That's always a great tool to have, to be able to say, look, I have this other business, and there's no real obligation beyond the fact that you know that you can direct a customer their way, and there's a system already in place, a system of accountability or whatever the case may be, to where you know when you're directing somebody their way that you'll get compensated for that. Greetings, Anthony Washington here, and the purpose of this channel, the purpose of this video is to help you maximize your marketing efforts and your sales efforts for exponential profits and exponential growth. I help you do more with less. I help you think outside the box. Question for you. If you put two horses together on a carriage, do they A, produce 2 times the output, B, 3 times the output, or C, 1.5 times the output? If you pick B, then you're correct. It's 3 times the output. Such is the case when two local entities partner up together towards a common goal, which usually means more business, more awareness, and an uptick and an increase in sales. Let's talk about 5 key steps in effectively forging an alliance with another local business. Number 1, do your research. Find out how other companies are doing this already. This is not such a novel concept. Find out how other companies are aligning themselves with other businesses and doing cross promotions. Find out what industries and niches make sense as a logical step in the purchasing process. For example, an obvious partnership is a real estate agent with a mortgage broker, because that is a logical partnership in the linear steps that it takes to buy a house. You get a pre-approved for a mortgage, and then you go look for the house, or a lot of people will go look for the house first, and then they need to get approved. So it's a logical step. Those are the type of things that a local business can get their mind to start thinking about as far as forging relationships and forging business partnerships. Again, just take notice of companies who are already doing cross promotions and partnership deals, and take notice of companies that you have a genuine admiration for. That's always helpful. Many times businesses in any form, they just have a type of synergy that business owners and entrepreneurs can create, and that synergy together can be stimulating, and the opportunities are boundless in that situation. That's just something to think about. Point is really just getting your mind thinking in a totally different way as far as identifying who are potential partners. Number 2 is design the campaign concept. Once you've already established a relationship with somebody, as far as sparking the idea of cross promotions and partnerships and things of that nature, obviously the key is to create something that is mutually beneficial to both parties. Discounts, coupons, any type of promotions, those are tried and true methods. Raffles and events that you can create, especially being local businesses, if you can create a location and event type promotion, that can be for some type of charity event, anything that caters to raffles or free food and free information being given out, anything that creates an incentive to get people to a location where you have both parties being able to sell their wares and make themselves available and make themselves aware to the community. That's always going to be a beneficial. That always has the potential to be very lucrative. I always keep in mind the new customers that will come in through this way. They may be a totally different demographic of who you serve, and you want to keep that in mind as far as crafting a different type of message, a cross promotional specific campaign, especially if you've identified like a highly qualified and reputable company to partner with. That's a great way to earn some credibility to maybe move into a different demographic or move into a different income space. It's a great way to get creative and deliver a message again to new customers. Now, it's important once you design the campaign to set a clear goal and definite time frame so that you don't over obligate yourself to something that may not even pan out to be something that is mutually beneficial. Number 3 is to simply run the campaign. I mean, there's little to no risk on the downside, and there is potential infinite upside. Put a definite time period on this so that you can allow for analysis and to experiment and to get creative and to be flexible. And the most important thing, again, to run the campaign and get it done, because done is always better than perfect. And that is usually a hang up on when you hang up that occurs whenever two separate entities begin creating something. So get it done, get something out, and run the campaign. Number 4, like I just previously mentioned, is to analyze the campaign. Once you've run the campaign, you set your definite clear goals and time period, then you need to sit back and analyze the campaign. One thing I failed to mention before is when you're running the campaign, it will serve you to have some type of way of documenting the process. I'm always a fan of documenting some phone calls when appropriate. I'm always a fan of documenting the process, documenting the creative process as far as capturing video, audio, and text where appropriate. And then so that can help in your analysis. You want to analyze what challenges did you encounter, what were your expectations, what happened, what was the reality that happened in relation to your expectations, what were some of the things that occurred that you did not anticipate. Name some of the things that you found as a pleasant surprise. Did you collect any data? And if so, what story does this data tell you? All these things are things that you can consider from the experience of running your campaign. Number 5 is to continue an ongoing referral reward program. It's important to just maintain a mindset. I'm always of the belief of just maintaining an abundance mindset and a mindset of charity and goodwill with everybody, of course, but especially with like-minded entrepreneurs and business owners who are part of the local community. There's just this kinship that I believe exists. But at the same time, not to get too woo-woo with that, we are humans, and we do expect some type of monetary reward for our efforts. And monetary rewards, undoubtedly, they motivate us and they incentivize us to keep certain things prioritized. So it'll motivate you if you have an ongoing monetary reward system with another business, to keep that at the top of mind whenever the opportunity arises to direct customers their way, and vice versa. That's always a great tool to have, to be able to say, look, I have this other business, and there's no real obligation beyond the fact that you know that you can direct a customer their way, and there's a system already in place, a system of accountability or whatever the case may be, to where you know when you're directing somebody their way that you'll get compensated for that. And that's always, that helps you, that helps them, it helps everybody. So keep that in mind with other local businesses, so that you can still utilize and capitalize on the advantages that the internet offers, as well as being able to forge alliances with various other businesses. So that's all I have for today. Hopefully that video was helpful to you. I will leave any pertinent information below this video, and I'll see you on the next one.